Why are there so many Tua Tagovailoa haters out there? The Miami Dolphins released a video showing Tua and Tyreek Hill at practice, and because the fastest receiver in the NFL had to kind of wait on the ball, the haters pounced. There's a lot of common misconception about Tua regarding his arm strength and his perceived vulnerabilities. People might be forgetting, but Tua didn't recover from an ordinary injury. The dude is just one season removed from major hip surgery. He's finally fully healthy. And he's also free from the prison of Brian Flores. So-called sports journalists haven't truly watched Tua. They check in on the scores and they look at game stats. I actually went to a few games. Stats and box scores only tell part of the story. Being there in person shows the actual performance of what he's been doing. If you actually watched the games from last year, you'd know that Tua has steadily improved his game. Imagine having to perform under the Brian Flores regime. Imagine having to perform under the constant rumors of the Deshaun Watson saga. There's no doubt that a lesser man would have folded under all of that noise and pressure. But Tua didn't. Through all the turmoil, he consistently performed, and he was a great teammate and a great man in the community. Look at his numbers last season. Tua established himself as being one of the more accurate passers in the league with a 67% completion percentage. He threw for 2,653 yards with 16 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in 13 games. I understand on paper that might not seem all that impressive, but you have to remember the Dolphins arguably had the worst offensive line in the league. The Dolphins' O-line ranked dead last in almost every category. They allowed a league-leading 235 pressures and recorded the worst pass-blocking efficiency score in the NFL. You don't think that impacted Tua's numbers? And the numbers would have been worse if not for Tua's mobility and his awareness to get rid of the ball. Yeah, he definitely could have had better numbers with guys like Mike Gesicki and Jalen Waddle around him, but there's really only so much you can do when you have to get rid of the ball as soon as it's snapped. I'm telling you, Tua is a lot better than his stats show. While he doesn't have the gun of Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford, not many QBs in the NFL do. But here's the thing, the Dolphins don't need him to have that gunslinger type arm. Tua can actually throw the ball deep downfield, he's quite mobile, and he can escape the pocket very well. If sports journalists actually watched the Dolphins last year, they would realize he had crap for an offensive line and quite possibly the worst play calling in the NFL. Brian Flores absolutely sucked as a coach. And obviously, Tua didn't have the weapons, not nearly the weapons that he's going to have this season. Mike McDaniel and GM Chris Greer have worked hard to surround Tua with the squad he needs. And you have to know that this year's offensive scheme will be nothing like what was run under that other guy. Did I say Brian Flores sucked as a head coach? Having a head coach like Mike McDaniel, a coach that truly believes in him, is something that Tua hasn't had since Alabama. Stephen Ross and the entire Dolphins organization are letting it be known that they are going all in on winning this season. The improvement that the Miami Dolphins have made to both their roster and coaching staff shows that they have one goal in mind, and that's to win a Super Bowl. The Dolphins loaded up with the addition of guys like Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, Connor Williams, Cedric Wilson, and most recently running back Sony Michel. If Mike McDaniel can bring the best out of Tua, I could realistically see this Dolphins team going pretty far. McDaniel has made drastic improvements in his short time at the helm of the Miami Dolphins. And these additions and improvements are designed to provide support for the focal point of the offense, Tua Tagovailoa. Through a short tenure in the league so far, Tua has faced some extremely harsh criticism. It seems people outside of Miami blame him for the Dolphins' troubles last year. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. There's only one man who's responsible for the Dolphins' troubles last year, and that's Brian Flores. Did I say he sucked as a coach? I truly believe that this is going to be a huge breakout year for Tua. If he can stay healthy, the Dolphins will be in the playoffs. And if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments.